Welcome back to the Last Remnant video walkthrough 100% complete low BR run. This is Bo, and we're continuing our subquests. We're going to be doing 3 in this video. But before we get started on the subquest, we're going to head back to Gore to pick up some more Premier bracelets. We've already given them all the ones we had out to our group members, so we need to buy a few more. And we're really going through our gold now. I mean, we're we've gone through about half of it from when the last time we farmed, so we're going to need to farm again eventually, at least one more time. The quests at this point are not giving us a whole bunch of gold, at least not enough to buy Premier bracelets for everybody. But to get started on our first subquest, which is the Silent Soul, we need to head to Baltarosa. And all these quests are going to be in a relatively close area. They're going to be in 2 zones, basically. It's going to be all sand for us, this entire video, all sand. I hear the treasure of one of the old kingdoms is supposed to be in the desert somewhere, but I bet the place is filled with ghosts. Hey, would you go look for me? Sure. Cool. So there's a bunch of pillars set up in the desert to keep you from getting lost, and they've all got IDs on them if you look close. If you look at them in the order C4BEA1, then shudder. The pillars are engraved with the language of the old kingdom, so take this, it'll show you how to read them. And that's the Silent Soul. And I'll be fast forwarding this. Yeah, we already talked about this area the last time we were here, or the time before that. There's these pillars everywhere. There's A through E and 1 through 6, and we will be just spelling out that code that they gave us, C4BEA1. It's always the same playthrough. It does not made up no different. On each playthrough, it doesn't give you a random one. It's always the same one. And so it kind of forces you to walk through this desert many times. Probably about 10 minutes. But there's no fighting, so that's the good thing. I spoke in the last video about we're just going to be doing quests that will go away soon, but that's not true in case of this video. These 3 quests, we're going to be doing the Silent Soul, the Hero, and the War of 1,000 Years. They are all continuous. Like this one we're doing now will unlock the next 2, and they're all in the same area. And we need something pretty important from them, the Vanguard formation, which is going to allow us to fight the tougher boss fights and resist a lot of the damage, the area of effect damage they deal to the entire unit. So we'll be having our guys in Vanguard soon. There's not much to say about this desert area. It's easy to avoid mobs, you can see them a mile away. And there's no use in playing this at normal speed, the video, I mean. You're not gonna miss anything by me just going faster. I don't speed up other parts of the videos. This is the only time I'll do it. I'm pretty sure this is the only time. I just couldn't sit here and talk for 10 minutes about this quest. There's just not 10 minutes of anything to talk about. We want to do these quests going from easiest to hardest, and so that's why we're doing this one. There's no battle. The next 2 quests will have a battle apiece, and we'll get some nice weapon upgrades at the end of it. We can slow down now. Engraved is a character that resembles someone sleeping. It represents the number 1. Alright, that's the 6th and last digit of our code. Appeared. You have a hard time seeing which way he's going. Like, if you have to notice the background, that there's that doomed hill, because he'll just disappear, and depending on where your camera was facing, you may or may not know that he went southwest. So, like the first time I did this quest, I didn't know where the kid went, so like I was searching all over the desert, and it's huge. It's the largest zone in the game. But yeah, you want to head southwest after you do the last one. The game doesn't give you any idea that that's what you need to do. You do not want to hit this world map teleporter, because it will restart the quest, I believe. You'll have to come back here and hit the things again. You can see kind of in the distance there's a person's head. I guess there's always a penalty for not having to fight. They confuse the hell out of you with, I'd just rather do a fight and get it over with. There's a kid. Oh, there he is. He's shifty. He's shifty. He's obviously some kind of ghost. We don't know now. Hey, so you got the hidden treasure. You're so brave. ... A rock? Some stupid old rock is the hidden treasure of the old kingdoms? Give me a break. I thought I'd gotten such an awesome tip, too. Guess I gotta work on my info collection technique. Well, I don't need this thing. Present for you. Obtain the Godstone of Souls. That's our second one. Later, that's the end of the Silent Soul. We just need one more Godstone. Okay, we're going to do something a little weird here. All our quests originate in Volta Rosa for this video, so I'm just going to head back out, come back in. So we need to go back into the pub and speak to an archaeologist there, who will give us a quest called The Hero, which opened up from doing the Silent Soul. Upstairs. Yeah. Once there was a different kingdom on this land. Within that kingdom was a legendary warrior who sealed many heinous monsters. However, after being killed in this battle against the last monster, he ended up turning into the undead himself. While doing some archaeologist surveying, we may have somehow caused the warrior to rise from the dead. It seems he has already begun to terrorize this town. It's a selfish request, but I don't know who else to call. I ain't afraid of no ghost. The Ghost Warrior haunts a small island in the shifting sands and the great subterrane. But if you cannot find a way over the sands, you won't be able to pass to the island. It seems the warrior knows formations no longer used in the present age. Perhaps facing such a stronger opponent will be a learning experience. There's also been some reports of some large monster raised from the dead terrorizing the area, but you probably shouldn't worry about that. Okay, and this gives us access to the Great Subterrane, which we're going to come come to, let's see, 3 times in this video. We're going to come in this dungeon for the next 2 quests, and one more follow-up visit. As always, we're avoiding mobs. He said something, the quest giver said something about another monster being here, and that's the 3rd quest we're going to do, the War of 1,000 Years. Depending on which order you accept the quests, there could be one of 2 monsters here, or if you accept both quests, there will be both monsters here. Ancient characters engraved in the stele. Our powers close the door, our wings reveal the path, our symbol of faith proves worthy. And it says the same thing again. Okay, so we're not sure right now how to activate those. But there seems to be one at nearly every intersection of the zone. Here's green the cell. Our power. It's the same phrase, and we can't interact with it other than to read it right now. So there must be something we're missing. Something we're missing to either activate or deactivate these steles. All right, and it's going to be in this treasure chest. We're going to get a divine statue. And with that, we will be able to interact with these steles. says the same thing, and then it says use the key remnant divine statue. Yes. Ooh. Okay, that deactivates it. Stell has lost its power. And being that there's a bunch of these, we're going to need to shut down all of them. The zone's not so linear that there's only one path to follow. To find these Stells, you kind of have to make a path. And this path that I'm going is the fastest way I know of to get them all in the shortest possible distance. But once they're done, we won't ever have to do it again. What it'll do once we deactivate them all is give us access to a teleporter that'll be there forever, every time we enter the zone from now on. We just have to deactivate all of these one time. And they all say the same thing. The little energy animation goes away from it. I'm not sure if the little arrow hand on the side of it is pointing to where it wants you to go next. It might be that if you follow where it points, it shows you the fastest possible path. Although this one kind of points back the direction we came in. We are still avoiding mobs. We're trying to do a low BR run. We're still BR4 at this stage. About 10 subquests done, and about half the main quest done. So we're doing very well staying low level, and that's due in large part just by avoiding all these mobs, which can be a pain in these tight corridors. Hey, I wonder what's written on the Stell. Oh, hey, it's the same thing. And that's deactivated. We should be close to the last one. And I don't know why I did this. That's just gutsy. He tagged me and had to re-record the video. Nice handy teleporter there. We won't need it because we're on a quest, but what this quest is going to give us, the most important thing, is the Vanguard formation I mentioned earlier. When I mentioned there's 3 formations in the game that are worth using, that's the first one we'll get. And it's absolutely mandatory to have it for some fights, for us at our low BR. I think as soon as I get it, I immediately put it on. Alright, I think this is the last one. Yes! Find it! All the Stells have lost their power. And we got a little teleporter to that little island across the way there, and you might be able to see that there's a creature over there, like a Mantra Skylo or something like that. Some lesser demon. Yeah. And I think we may have gotten all the chests here. There is a morsel here for increasing Mr. Dig's dig count. But we're going to come back and get that in the next Making Money in Morsels video. We're going to take a shortcut back to the very first Stell, which puts us right at the teleporter. Use the teleporter. Let's try it out. Zoink! Alright, see, this mob's probably not going to let us to that treasure chest. Oh boy. And this will be probably the easiest boss mob we've had to do, if only because we outnumber him 15 to 1. This is an early quest, and at the time the quest became available to us, we were only allowed to have like 9 guys in our party, but we've got 15 now. And so, even though we are still BR4, we're still gonna wrap him up real quick. And absolutely no trouble skilling this guy. First try. And we've chosen our 15 guys at this point as closely as we can to be the best that's available. So that's going to make this much faster. Shouldn't have to employ any strategy here at all. See, he's already blinking. He already knows he's going to die. This isn't the last time we'll fight a Mantra Skylo, but I don't know if that's the name of the creature type, or if it's the name of this guy. He just comes back. I don't know. Either way, he's dead. He can think on that while he's dead. Battle rank 4 still.
Sweet. Little by little.
And it's enough to give us some skill ups, some stat ups, some weapon upgrades. And now we can get the chest, oh no, it's a subquest. It's going to port us out immediately as soon as we... So there's no way you can get the chest in this quest. Good job, son. With this we can resume our excavation. This is for you. Oh, seems you've learned a new battle technique. If you properly learn this to use it, you can probably save Baltarosa from danger as well. 2,500 gold. And the Vanguard formation is what's important. That completes the hero. And we are not going to wait. We are going to immediately employ the Vanguard formation. And we're going to keep it for like the entire game, except for the last few videos where we get something better. Trident, I believe. It's going to be our go-to formation for all the bosses.
You can always count on me.
Now that the hero's done, we can move on to the next quest. Which is the War of 1,000 Years. We're going to pop out real quick, because we did a fight, and our guys might want to ask for stuff. Loki asked for the Premier Bracelet. No, we're not going to give it to him. And this is why I hate people. Charm of Gliding. Cademan, you can have anything you want. Okay, so we're going to go back into Baltarosa, just like we did for the last one. We need to talk to somebody in the pub again. So, that's going to start the last quest in our video. Conspiracy theory nut. Sonny, you knew about that monster, right? The one that fought some ancient hero for decades before being sealed beneath the desert? Thing is, it seems like the monster has been brought back. Luckily, it hasn't started making too much trouble just yet. Still, a bunch of shady looking out-of-towners have been skulking around lately, and they sure look like they want trouble. Monster trouble. I heard this ancient hero was resurrected to boot. The whole thing stinks of conspiracy, I tell you, and it's gotta be stopped before it goes too far. Call me the Stop Master. Good, then go to the Great Subterrane, wander around enough, and you'll find an island with shifting sands, and that's the place. Of course, you muck up and that ancient world will come after you. Don't you even think about facing them both. You'll be a zombie sandwich. It probably wouldn't even be noticeable if you just fought them both at the same time. But this is our work the last time here, turning off the Estelles, is going to pay dividends now because we don't have to do that crap again. We're going to instantly walk to the shifting sand island, and yeah, not have to walk around the whole zone. Using a time shift there, better safe than sorry. Those guys have a tendency to ram in the small corridors. Phase fragment. I'm not sure why I picked it up. I've been avoiding picking up stuff on the ground up until now. Use the teleporter. Let's try it out. I wonder what it's going to do. Zoink! And apparently that's an undead creature, but it's not. It's just some 5-headed... or whatever. Oh, it's not going to let us to the treasure chest. And we're fighting the Absolute Queen. I don't know why that they chose that name. It doesn't really describe the creature. And like the last fight, this is going to be super easy. We're outnumbering it 15 to 1. None of this particular creature class or race is a Chimera, and they're all weak. Like, none of them do any damage. Even the highest level ones in the highest level zone in the game still does not do any damage. You just throw like little Coke bottles or little rocks or stuff at you, and none of it does any damage. They don't debilitate you in any way. They're just super weak. I believe we get it blinking in the first round. But these weak monsters allow us to keep our low BR. Like, they're not going to give us an ass ton of XP when they don't have many hit points. So we should still maintain our BR4. Our guys are doing the same stuff in battle they always do. The first 2 groups on combat, the last group on mystic arts. Stepping out to heal when anybody's health gets low. Although it's hard with this boss because he doesn't do any damage. Okay, he's dead. The ultimate queen, or absolute queen, is the absolute dead. We're still BR4. That's good.
I'm constantly growing stronger.
Getting a lot of stat and skill ups, really making every fight count at this level.
Glorious day.
Alright. Now we can pick up the chest, which, finally... Oh, no, no. Oh, no, 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 it's going to port us away. Because it's the end of a quest. Yeah, you can't get the chest in this quest either. What? You killed that sealed monster? Yeah, I guess it ain't anything bad then. Good job, Sonny. Take this. Crap. But you know, lately some spooky stuff's been going on in Baltarosa. Look out for angry ghosts, Sonny. Well, I got a meeting, so later. Alright, and that ends the War of War of 1,000 Years. But we're not quite done. Lots of girls are huge fans of Lady Charlotte. The minute she's seen wearing anything similar fashion, start flying her. In a word, she's like a town idol. I'm jealous. I wish everyone would try and emulate me. Okay, I'm not sure why we spoke to her. I think I just messed up there. She looks exactly like another girl we're going to talk to in just a second, on the second floor of a pub. Okay, Gabriel wants the Quadra Shield, and we'll be more than happy to give it to him. He's one of our final 18. Help yourself, Gabriel. It's for you. That's what it's there for. Pages wants a Premier Bracelet. Help yourself. And Blockter and everybody else want items for their weapon upgrades. And this will get annoying. Like, because we upgrade our weapons so late in the game, they'll continue to ask for items the entire game. That's every time we come up for Breath of Air at the world map. But we're not done with this video. No, I think you know where we're going. We're going to the Great Subterrane because twice we've had a quest where we were within arm's reach of a treasure chest that it wouldn't let us get. So we're going to go in there, teleport directly to it, grab it, and get out. I almost always use time shift on that guy right there because he sometimes you just can't avoid him. Like, he'll ram directly at you right as you come around the corner. Okay, so hopefully nothing, no creature will be here to, no imposing yet extremely weak creature will be here to stop us from getting this treasure chest now. And this, I believe, will be the last time we ever have to come back to the Great Subterrane. Although it's, other than to get the morsel, there's no more quests here. Shamshir. It's a one-handed sword. It's requested by both David and Gabriel, because they both use one-handed swords. That'll be something they'll ask for that will jump their weapon upgrade tree without us having to farm items for them. So, like, if they ask for it at the world map, then they will jump up to that weapon and skip everything in between. Which is good. In some cases, you can skip a whole lot of item farming by doing that. by providing the weapons for them, and they'll ask for them if they're in their list of items that they'll pick up, which is all available in the wiki. Okay, so we just want to get out of here, and we're actually going to hunt for another sword. That is it's a different sword, but it's also requested by David and Gabriel. So it should give them one sword apiece after we've done a fight and come back up to the world map again. They should ask for it. But this is the lady I thought I was talking to in Valtarosa, but she's in Celipalaise, up at the top of the pub. But this is the only time you can talk to her and get this quest, when you move the main plot to here. Fate is a cruel mistress. She snatched him away from me forever. Before he left, he asked me to forget him if the worst happened. Idiot. As if I could ever forget him. This is his sword. The only thing is of his that returned from the battlefield. Would you take it? I was going to throw it away, but after talking to you, I thought maybe you should have it. Strange, isn't it? Yes, it is strange that she was so in love with a guy that she could never forget, and the only remaining item on this earth to remind her of him, she wanted to throw away. That was a Obliteron, or Obliterum, or something like that. It's about the same level as the other sword, but it'll be nice in the hands of our guys, allowing them to do a little bit more damage.